Well, hello and welcome back. Thank you for coming back downtown Cato Paphos Promenade. And if you're wondering what time of year it is, well, believe it or not, it's the middle of December, and as you can see, the sun is glistening upon the blue Mediterranean Sea. And on top of all of that, I've brought with me the most beautiful woman in the world, Miss Ochin Krasivia Labu.
Hello everybody, how nice to see you again and again.
And again. What do you think of the view today, Krasivi?
Not only about the view, only about the weather, only about the sky, only about the sea, only about the people enjoying around. I can say in one word, it's a paradise.
I think that is the word. Absolute paradise. We understand that some of our family are stuck in the snow. We understand that some of our family are freezing to death. We're not making fun. We're trying to bring that little bit of warmth, that little bit of sunshine, and that little bit of happiness into your lives. Feast your eyes and digest. Look at that. That's the beauty and the spectacality of the blue Mediterranean Sea as it licks and laps the coastline of downtown Cato Paphos, and that is the spectacality of the sun as it glistens across the blue Mediterranean Sea. Cato Paphos Harbour, there's people swimming in the sea. That's the banya, people enjoying their lunch. And of course, on top of all that, that's Krasivia Labu, the most beautiful woman in the world.
You know, Mr. Paul, I would say, should we go that way?
You want to go that way?
Yes, because that way...
Okay, Chopsy Mopsy wants to go that way, so we'll go that way for a change. We're going to walk the wrong way up the coastal pathway out amongst some of the hotels, and you never know, we might get as far as one of the greatest hotels in the whole of downtown Cato Paphos. That hotel is the Alexander the Great, and that hotel is where some of the superstars amongst superstars like to hang out. Dame Anne Bell, she loves the place so much that she hangs out there for a fortnight twice a year. We also have someone hot on their heels. So Sweet Caroline. They're now making it a biannual event. They're popping over twice. We've got Maggie, she's going to pop in there. And of course, we've got Fiona, the friend of the Dame Anne. She's going to pop in there sometime in the summer. And we understand there's many other people as well, because it is one of the greatest hotels in downtown Cato Paphos. So stick with us and enjoy the walk as we take you out amongst the hotel coastal pathway and show you some of the beauty, some of the spectacality, and some truly amazing views. People lapping up the sunshine, short sleeves as you can see.
People sunbathing.
There are indeed people sunbathing. There's people having a great time on the coastline of downtown Cato Paphos. One of the greatest places in the world if you're looking for that little bit of winter sun.
How did this car came here?
Well, there we go. That's obviously a Gumbaru's car. And there's another Gumbaru's car. It's supposed to be a coastal pathway, not a coastal driveway. Anyway.
All right, they did come from there.
Yes, they
now.
have, yeah. And it's those two Gumbarus sitting over there. Unfortunately, I'm not a traffic warden, because if I was, I'd quite happily clamp a ticket on them.
Everybody would suffer, I'm more than sure, because you're the person who keeps the rules.
Well,
Some
normally I
people
keep the rules. I don't think you should be driving along this area. Anyway, that's the rant on. Have a look at that for you. Nice little tree-lined pathway to the rear of one of the greatest hotels in downtown Cato Paphos. And this hotel is...
The Annabelle.
The Annabelle. Have a look at that. Still open. And there's quite a few people staying in there over the winter, because they understand it's a great place to stay. And as Krasivia Labu says, it doesn't.
It doesn't close.
It doesn't close all year round.
All year round.
So how do they give it a paint and a lick?
Lick?
Well, do it up. Modernise it. How do they do that if it doesn't close?
Right. Only once, about 6 or 7 years ago, they were closed because due to the renovations, and they did a hugely program, and the difference appeared on the face of the pool and the front face, which is lovely, beautifully done job. Well done all the people who did it. And I believe they're gonna repair some of the Almira now because it's
they're sister hotels, aren't they? Yeah. So what Graceva Boop is telling you is that the hotel doesn't close. They must close down little sections of it to give it licks of paint and that sort of stuff. Most hotels do close in the winter season, and they have, well, should we say, a bit more of a lick of a paint, a bit of carpet putting down, and a bit of this and a bit of that. Anyway, Annabelle Hotel, one of the greatest hotels in downtown Cape Paphos. That's a beautiful outside restaurant, isn't it? Have a look at that, feast your eyes, and there's some rather nice lights. We'd like to come down and film it at night, but unfortunately there's not quite enough light in this area. So we're going to get some floodlights and employ a couple of people to walk around lighting the area up for us, and we're going to send the bill to the Gumbaru #1, that's the mayor of Paphos, because to be honest, this area is not lit up enough. So I'm going to go and have a word with him. You're getting hot, are you?
Yes, I am perspiring.
You're starting to perspire.
And talking about the renovations, our favorite one, the Royal, it would be nice to pass there to see what.
Well, you can't get in, Graceva. I've been to have a look earlier on, and you cannot get in. No. So I suggest we keep going. We want to go and keep you up to date with some of these renovations, but you can't get in. I parked up and went for a coffee in the Costa Coffee across the Royal to the Royal, and I tried to have a little sneak in, but it's all barricaded off. So, and there wasn't much going on, to be honest. But hopefully they're going to do all the pool up and all those kinds of things.
Well, Uzeri restaurant seems to be closed. The sister hotel of Annabelle's outside area, which is overlooking the Mediterranean Sea.
It's close. That's that restaurant there. What's it called?
Uzeri.
Uzeri restaurant. It says on the sign over here. Let's have a look. Let's keep the people up to date. But I'd say that's closed for the season. Yeah, it says it's opening 11 till 10:30, lunch 12:30, but I don't think so. That's the old sign. It's close.
It's an old sign, and how nicely this truck of the tree holding that very leaflet desk.
Yes, there's a tree growing out up through the roof and that kind of stuff. Great restaurant. Very, very busy in the summer. Why? Well, have a look at that. One of the greatest views in the world. Look at that. People lapping up the sun on the coastline in downtown Cape Paphos. That's where our Gumbarus from the Paphos water sports and boat trips used to hang out. They've now disembarked and gone off on their winter holidays, but don't worry, they'll be back sometime around mid-March or so.
I think, Mr. Paul, if on weekend it's going to be such a weather, if the weather will not cheat on us, we can come for swimming. Why not?
I'm worried about my twin brothers now. Anyway, not those twin brothers. They're back in Cardiff, and we understand that they're freezing. Not trying to make fun of you, Jeremy Simon.
They're still alive, don't worry.
They're still alive. They've got central heating in their nice apartments. And this hotel is having a bit of a lick of paint or something going on. They've covered up all the sun lounges, and there appears to be a bit of stripping going on, and there's plant cleaning, as we see. There's a skip that's full of all sorts of bits and bobs. So everyone is, should we say, cleaning down. Then there's going to be a bit of renovations, and then of course they're going to reboot and come back in about March and welcome the world to the shores of downtown Cape Paphos. Let's keep going, because at the start we did promise some people that we were going to get to one of the greatest hotels in downtown Cape Paphos, and that hotel is just over yonder. Have a look at that. Lots of people understand that hotel, Alexander the Great, and as the name suggests, it is a very, very good hotel indeed. Great staff. I think that's what it actually applies to. It's a nice hotel, 4-star luxury, situated right on the beachfront in a slightly elevated position, which gives you a spectacular view from the raised terrace out towards the promenade and the harbour area. And of course the rooms, well, we've got a spectacular room over the blue sea, and if you're in the right location, like Dame Anne always gets, she gets a spectacular sunset night after night. Likes it so much that now she comes out for 2 weeks, and then 2 weeks again towards the end of summer, and we'll look forward to seeing her in the early-ish to mid-ish springtime. There we go. What's going on here? There we are. Obviously a musician hanging out here. This is his Christmas. There's his guitar, and there he is chilling out having a look out, gathering his thoughts for his next little composition across the blue Mediterranean Sea. And then there's something else going on here. Let's have a quick look at that. There we are. Dancing Santa hats and a wiggling fish and a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Manger, all sunning themselves on the coastline in downtown Paphos. Guy full of Christmas spirit. The only thing that's actually missing is
you.
Yes.
Of course, you. So get yourself a big bird or a canoe and start paddling like crazy. You continue.
Because Cyprus is quite simply waiting for you. Views to die for.
Just for you.
Just for you. There we are. Look at those views. Absolutely spectacular. That sun is glistening down. A lot of people don't believe us when we tell them that you should come to Cyprus for Christmas. Yes, it's quite quiet. There's a few restaurants open. But of course, you're not going to freeze to death, and you're not going to be digging your car out of snow. You're not going to be slipping and sliding. You're going to be walking along the coastal pathway, enjoying spectacular views, watching the sun as it glistens upon the Paphos Promenade and harbour area. Now we're entering the grounds of that hotel, the Alexander the Great Hotel. So we're going to take you for a quick wiggle and a waggle, just to refresh the memories of some of the people who've stayed here in the past and had a great holiday indeed.
I would say this hotel will be easily called Alexander the Best.
That's actually a good name for it, yeah. Alexander the Best, Alexander the Great. One of the greatest hotels in downtown Paphos. Come on, Gracivi, let's go for a wiggle and a waggle.
And what's going on? Still open? Miss Caroline, your favorite places?
Look at that, the cascading, spectacular swimming pool. Music playing in the background, sun shining, and people having a great time indeed. Lunchtime service has just begun. What more can you want from life, never mind a holiday? One of the greatest places in the world to come and enjoy a great holiday. Anyway, it could be time to say, well, thanks for watching, and of course, if you like what you see, hit the like, click subscribe, and please come back for a little bit more of our madness. Let's go and see the Ochin Gracivia La Bouffe.
And they're serving dinner now. Just have a look for a sec.
There we go, time for the big goodbye.
And I would like to tell you many thanks for watching. I would like to tell you that we're loving you to bits. And please continue watching us as you do, our dearest lovely people. We're wishing you all the best in this life. We're loving you again and again and kissing you from the bottom of our two hearts and cluster.